Okay guys, so now that we've stretched out the shoulders and the scapula, we've worked on some exercises to strengthen the muscles around the scapula and the upper back to help with that upper back posture. This is working better, we're standing up straighter, that's easier. We can now move on to the neck itself and actually stretching open the muscles around the side and the back of the neck in particular to help loosen off and alleviate symptoms of neck pain, tension, headaches, this kind of thing. These exercises are really effective, but I really want to emphasize, unless you do the work for the scapulas and the shoulder blades and the upper back posture first, it doesn't matter what you're going to be doing for the neck, it's not going to be that useful. The shoulder blades have to come first, then we can work on the neck above it. So, first of all, we're just going to start with a nice, easy stretch for the neck, where we're just going to do what I call a half moon roll. Nice and easy, making sure you're standing up straight. We're just going to mobilize the neck in this half moon. Do not go all the way around to do a full moon roll. This is just going to serve to compress and put a lot of excess pressure on the vertebrae and the nerve roots at the back of the neck, which can be potentially harmful, especially if you've got a neck injury or a disc problem or a nerve is pinched coming out of one of those discs. So to be safe, just half moon. Forwards to the side, nice and slow, controlled movements. Good. Okay, after we've warmed the neck up a little bit with the half moon roll, we're now going to actually stretch the sides of the neck, like so. So, again, make sure you've just got a nice, neutral, stable base. All we're going to do is tilt the neck to one side and actually stretch down with this arm slightly. It's a very simple exercise. It's not going to be too strong a stretch, but you're just going to feel it pulling all the way up the side neck muscles into the trapezius of the shoulder. And you're just going to feel that space between the ear and the shoulder, between the back of the head and the shoulder blade, just gently lengthening, like so. Again, I really like holding these exercises for a long time, up to a minute, it's really good. And when you're ready, we can change sides. So we're leaning over with the head and stretching down with a hand away from the body. So we're kind of creating a two-directional stretch for the trapezius muscle, the levator scapulae, and the muscles of the side of the neck and the shoulder. Again, holding for a nice long time. Up to a minute is absolutely fine, and you can go longer if you feel you want to. And then release when you're ready. So, a more intense version of this stretch, we're actually going to use our hands to support the neck stretch. So, we're going to reach over with the opposite arm, and actually, I'm just going to grab a bone behind my ear here, which is called the mastoid process. It's a lumpy bit of the bone. You should be able to feel quite easily when you grab over like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this bone as a kind of hook or a handle, and we're going to pull the head up and away from the shoulder. And again, this is a really, really, really nice neck stretch. You're going to feel it stretching and loosening all those tight areas at the side of the neck all the way down to the shoulder. Now, a common mistake with this stretch is that we pull our head down towards the opposite shoulder. This is horrible. This is going to create a compression in this side. That's not what we want. We want to think about the head moving up and away, creating space, not compressing down. So we're going to use our hand to stretch and lift the head away from the body, lift the head away from the shoulders. And again, you can hold this stretch for a really long time, a minute or more if you want to. Gradually build up the intensity and let go, and we're going to change the side. So again, opposite hand, reach over the head, find the bony protuberance behind the ear here, called the mastoid process. And again, lifting and pulling away from the shoulder, not compressing downwards, lifting up and away to really feel the space get created all the way down this trapezius, the muscles on the side of the neck, like so. Hold for a long time, really give your body the chance to lengthen and loosen these muscle fibers. And release whenever you're ready. We're now going to stretch the muscles at the back of the neck. So these are the muscles of the trapezius and the levator scapulae running from our shoulders up to the base of the skull. So what I'm going to do to stretch these areas, I'm going to interlock my fingers like so, and I'm going to place them on the back of my head here. And I'm actually going to use the fleshy part of my thumbs to press on the bony parts of the back of my skull. Again, this is just going to give me a really nice handle to lift my head. So again, bony parts of the skull, and again, just like the side neck stretch, we don't want to compress, we want to lift up and away. So I'm lifting like so, and just pulling forward slightly like this. Again, I don't want to push my neck down and compress it like that, that's horrible. I want to think about lifting the head off the spine and stretching forward. So again, the movement of the stretch is going up and away like so, not down like that. Interlocking the fingers behind the head like so, pulling up and away, and really just holding it for a long time, giving the chance for those muscles in the back of the neck pulling into the shoulders to lengthen and elongate. Once we've finished stretching open the neck, we're now going to look at some exercise to actually strengthen the muscles around the neck. Now this is something that's not done enough. You know, our neck muscles do want to be strong, and this certainly helps maintain an upright posture. But again, I really want to make sure you stretch open the neck first, so that when we're strengthening the muscles, we're strengthening loose, long, stretched out muscles, not short, tight, weak muscles. So, first of all, we're going to strengthen the muscles at the front of the neck, like so. To do this, we're just going to use passive resistance or isometric type exercises. This is really easy to do. So we're going to use both our palms in front of each other like this. And I'm actually going to press my palms to my forehead, like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an equal pressure with my palms into my forehead, like so. And we're going to hold this for about 30 seconds to start with, and then building up to a minute. You're really going to feel the muscles of the front of the neck engage when you're putting this pressure against your head. And it's all these exercises are also going to help strengthen and stabilize the posture of your upper back. And release. So then we're going to go on to strengthen the muscles of the back of the neck. So again, interlock the fingers. We're going to place these behind the back of the head like so. And exactly like the first exercise, we're going to push with our hands into the back of our neck and resist with our neck muscles like so. Make sure you keep an upright posture. You're not hunching over doing this. You're not lifting your chin up like that. You're keeping a good neutral posture with the whole body and pushing nice and strongly with the back of the neck against the hands. Again, hold this for a good 30 seconds to a minute and then relax.